Welcome to the Fantasy and Frames Rookie Prospect Profile Series, where we're breaking down the 2023 rookie class to find out which players you should be drafting on your Dynasty team. I'm Stacy Perez, and you can find me on Twitter at Stacy_83. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us everywhere on social media for more awesome fantasy football content. Let me introduce you to our player for today. That would be the one, the only, Mr. Bryce Young, quarterback from Alabama. Now, a few stats before we really get started. He is 5'10 and weighs 204 pounds. At least he did at the combine. Don't worry, we're going to get into that in just a little bit. In 2022, he threw for 3,325 yards, 32 touchdowns. And in 2021, his stats were even better than that. He threw for 4,860 yards and 47 touchdowns. Now, don't forget, those include postseason numbers as well. A few things that you should know about Bryce Young is that he was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. He has just continued to live up to those expectations. In 2021, he was the Heisman Award winner. That was his first year as a starter because in 2020, he was backing up Mac Jones. In 2022, he became the only Bama quarterback to throw for over 3,000 yards in 2 consecutive seasons. And he was the second in program history with over 8,000 yards and 80 passing touchdowns. And despite losing his 2 top receivers in Jamison Williams and John Mechie, he still continued to produce very high numbers. By all accounts, this man is a football genius, okay? And he's likable. He's highly respected by his teammates and his coaches. He stays calm under pressure, and as Stuart Scott used to say, he's as cool as the other side of the pillow. He displays a great deal of patience. He doesn't have to rush his throws. He's a Houdini, an escape artist. He's so elusive, and he has a sense of knowing exactly where those defenders are going to be before even they know where they're going to be. He's accurate, okay? He's hitting those receivers in stride, and he is only giving up 12 interceptions in his entire career as a starter. He's got a decisive, quick release, and he doesn't need all day, even when his line gives it to him. And if he does need a few more seconds, he can use his legs to extend those plays. He's a leader. He has great body language on the field. There is no question of who commands that offense. And quite honestly, his film, I found it to be an absolute joy to watch. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, all right? And no, I'm not talking about the Alabama mascot, Big Al. He's 5'10". He's weighing in on Combine Day at 204, although I think we all expect his playing weight to be just a shade under 200. Everybody knows taller has its advantages when you're a quarterback in the NFL. You have better sight lines, you can see over your defenders. The average NFL quarterback is 6 feet 2.5 inches and weighs in around 220 pounds. But don't forget, there's some pretty notable short QBs out there, right? Russell Wilson, 5'11", Kyler Murray, 5'10". I bet you forgot about PJ Walker, didn't you? He's only 5'11". So just because you're under 6 foot doesn't mean you can't be a successful quarterback in the NFL. And quite honestly, that's not my concern. Not my concern at all with Bryce Young. My concern is his weight. You know, when he played at Alabama, he had an excellent O-line. They were protecting him, no concern of him getting hit. Now that he's going to the NFL, he's a top pick. He's going to be drafted by a team that's not that great. They probably aren't going to have a great O-line either. So if the concern is about defenders coming through that line and coming at him, he's going to be able to see him, absolutely. The problem is what's going to happen once they hit him? Is he going to be able to withstand all of those hits that he's likely going to take on a team with a subpar O-line? Now, potential landing spots. I personally like the Texans as a landing spot for him. You know, they've got the number 2 overall pick. By all accounts, they're done experimenting with Davis Mills, right? Bryce Young comes from an elite school, and he has had the chance to play against NFL caliber defenses. So theoretically, he has got the qualities that are going to make him an immediate upgrade over Mills. Don't forget, they've got a new coaching staff. You know, they're not beholden to Mills either. So they're probably ready to make a change. And I can guarantee you, if you're a Texans fan, you're ready for a change too. You're ready to go to the stadium on Sunday and have something to be excited about. Bryce Young is who you can be excited about. And don't forget, who was one of his top producing receivers in college? Oh yeah, John Mechie. Well, who drafted him? The Houston Texans. So if the Texans take Young, that could lead to him being reunited with one of his favorite targets from college. It's not too bad. As far as fantasy goes, Bryce Young has tons of upside. And just because you're on a bad team, that doesn't necessarily mean fantasy doom and gloom, right? Don't we all know that garbage time equals a lot of fantasy points? And if Houston does take him, in addition to John Mechie, who we just talked about, they've got a lot of other new toys to play with. Dalton Schultz, Devin Singletary, there's Nico Collins there, Dameon Pierce, anybody else that they might draft as well. In your dynasty drafts, you're taking Bryce Young. First round, without a doubt, okay? The intangibles that he's bringing with him to the NFL make him the exception to the rule. He's here to show you that good things most certainly do come in small packages. For more of our in-depth rookie analysis, remember to check out our content here on Fantasy and Frames on our website, on our YouTube channel, and everywhere else on social media. And if you like what you heard, give us a like, a share, a follow. I'm Stacy Perez, and you can find me on Twitter at Stacy_Perez83. Until next time.